Nick Saban may potentially leave Alabama. Paul Feinbaum of ESPN.com, I believe he wrote up an article. He broke this through a source saying that Nick Saban is going to become the highest paid college football coach. He's getting paid a pretty penny as it is right now, but Paul Feinbaum said that he's going to become the highest paid head coach. Now, Mack Brown, by the way, his contract ends in 2020. He's making $5.4 million this year. Now, for Nick Saban, he's 62 years old. The potential deal is for $7 million per year.
Wow.
Which would make him paid as much as Pete Carroll is paid by the Seahawks, by the way.
Wow.
That's also astounding. And they're the same age, which is also astounding. I'm surprised that Nick Saban and Pete Carroll look as good as they do for being 62. Whenever I hear 62, I think of Waterboy, by the way. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not even a little bit.
Okay, awesome. Sweet. All right, 62. Okay, so Nick Saban to Texas, yes or no?
It's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen.
Why?
And again, I'll tell you why. Well, here's what I think is happening right now. I think he's leveraging the interest to get as much money as he can from Alabama. And I think he's going to sign this extension. This is exactly what Jim Mora did, like 2 weeks ago with the Washington job, where he feigned interest in that job, got the huge extension with UCLA, got all of his assistants raises. Same thing Les Miles did with Michigan when that job was available.
Sure.
Same thing Kevin Sumlin did with the NFL when he was getting interest from them. I don't see him leaving. I don't really see why he would leave, or I don't think Texas is a sexier job than Alabama personally. I understand they have a network, and a network, sure. The resources aren't. I don't think they're very different. I think Texas. Mack Brown's gone, and actually, I was told by a person in Austin.
Sources.
There's a source. I got a little source in Austin who said Mack Brown is going to take an ambassador role, making over $1 million a year through 2020, which sounds like the best job in the entire world.
Awesome.
I don't think Saban leaves. I could be wrong. We're going to find out in a couple days. I just don't see it happening.
Here were the. I'm going to get to you in a moment. Why UT Austin by Rick Strom? UT Austin is progressive. Alabama's not progressive. Alabama is the sort of place, and I know that I might alienate part of our audience, and I guess that's fine. I do that a lot. But Alabama compared to UT Austin, let's see. So Tuscaloosa and just a lot of football places in the South where they live and breathe on one sport and one team, not professional, college. And don't even put LA into the mix because they have the Lakers and the Kings and what have you. With Alabama, they are the type of fan base, and Southern fan bases and fan bases that only have one college football team, or have a college football team as their pro team. They will hunt you down. You cannot go to Best Buy and go purchase an iPad without being hounded by people. He had one loss this year in a tough game where, unfortunately, if it wasn't for bad kicking, they may have won. And I'm not putting that solely on Cade Foster. There were a lot of problems there. But he is being harassed for one loss.
Do you think it'll be different in Texas?
He turned around the entire program. Yes.
You think he's going to go to Texas
Absolutely.
and he's going to have the exact same expectations he has at Alabama?
Look, they like football. They don't live and breathe football the way that Alabama does. It's a completely different level.
I disagree.
There is so much more in Texas than there is in Alabama.
Seen Friday Night Lights? Where's that based out of?
Texas.
Why do you think?
Understood. I understand what you're saying. These are progressive-minded people.
Wow.
They're not necessarily going to take a shit on his door and ring the doorbell and say "fuck you."
They would do that from Texas to Columbus,
No.
Ohio to USC. People don't care.
Here's Why Not UT by Dave Brand. Unless you have more.
Oh, I have plenty more, but go ahead.
Okay, here's Why Not UT by David Brand.
Yes.
If I'm Nick Saban. They might not have a president after today. They're thinking about getting rid of their president as well. They're going to have a brand new AD. If I'm Nick Saban and I'm a control freak, do I want to go into a situation where I don't even know who my boss is? That's one thing.
If there's any time to leave Alabama, it's right now.
For what?
There will be no other perfect time to turn around a program, and not only that, win with 3 different schools. He will be the greatest college football coach of all time.
So
if he were to win at LSU, Alabama, and
What if he wins
inherits
again?
a shit program and he turns it around, that is legendary.
I mean, he inherited a pretty average Alabama team at the time. And I don't think winning 3 national championships. I don't think winning 3 national championships with 3 different teams is more impressive than winning 6 with Alabama and one with LSU.
I think it says a ton more than we're giving him credit for. By the way, go back to your Dolphins point. You know what he said when he was with the Dolphins?
He said he wasn't going to leave.
Not going to go to college football.
Right.
He's saying, I'm not going to go to. No, he's going to go.
The next week he's gone.
He's going to go.
Yeah.
He's going to go.
I don't think so, man.